Hi, I'm Jake. Welcome to Jake's Beer Roulette, and it's a welcome to Marks and Spencer Spanish Lager, and it's going up against Sabre from Lidl. Now, I've had Sabre before. I know what to expect. What you get is a Spanish brewed basic lager. It's really nice. If you were served this when you're on a sunbed in Spain in the late afternoon, well, that's when I'd like to be served it anyway, it would work a treat. And it works a treat in Cardiff on a June evening, which is gloomy. So let's try and bring a bit of sunshine. So we've got that in the red corner, and in the red corner, the Marks and Spencer Spanish Lager. Now, there's nothing on the Sabre can to tell you anything about it, but the Spanish lager from M&S, which is, I think it's £3 for a 660ml bottle, so it's a big bottle. However, there is a difference, and it won't surprise you to learn that whilst I think the price on the M&S lager at £3, it might even be £2.50. It's been a few weeks since I got it, and when I got it, I was determined that I was going to put it up against the Lidl one, because this is good. But the difference is £2.50 to £3. I got these a couple of weeks ago when they were £4.10 for 4. So the Lidl is always going to be cheaper than Marks and Spencer's, but even though the Marks and Spencer's one is reasonably priced, the Lidl still smashes it out the park in terms of budget. My word, they look absolutely identical. I've put them in the same glass. They got the same carbonation, same head, same colour. Thing is, these are contract brewed. God, I hope I've put them back the right way around now. I'm going to look at right idiot, ain't I? But wouldn't be for the first time. We'll go with it anyway. So Sabre from Lidl, and it's exactly what I want from cheap Spanish beer. Sweet malt, you know, it compared to a Pilsner, it's not as dry. So the cheap Aldi Pilsner and Lidl Pilsner that I've drunk over the last couple of videos, this is a little bit more flavour to it. It's got that flavour that you get from Spanish beer when you're in Spain. It's just nice and sweet, really easy drinking, incredibly refreshing. So let's give this a go first. Oh, that's beautiful. Much lighter carbonated than the German stuff. This gives us the brewery. So it says the El Prat de Llobregat Brewery. Brilliant pronunciation there. 4.5% on this, by the way, and 4.6% on the Lidl Sabre. Ingredients: water, barley, malt, maize, hops, yeast. Brewed and bottled in Spain. 660ml, 4.5. So, as a comparison, we've got Lidl, we've got Marksies. Way less of an aroma coming off that. It's the same carbonation. There's nowhere near the flavour you get from Lidl Sabre. When you have a pint of either Estrella, San Miguel, whatever the cheap go-to beer is in Spain, Sabre does it. It really does. But this, definitely. That is way nicer. That is more authentic. That is way nicer. If you put those on a blind taste test, you would definitely say that is the cheaper. Brilliant. Costs more. It's Marks and Spencer's. It's perfectly drinkable. It's perfectly serviceable. It reminds me, it's on the same level as the Rheinbacher, the Perlenbacher. It's like that. That's a real kind of like decent budget beer from Marxie's. Now, just to confirm that I haven't mixed these two glasses up when I was faffing with them earlier, let's try them out the bottle. Yeah, that's the Marxie's. And that's Lidl. Without a doubt. Sabre from Lidl is one of, if not the best budget beer out there. It's there with Steinhauser. It's there with the Love Lane stuff that you get in Home Bargains. To all intents and purposes, this was like £1.2 a can. That is an absolute bargain. One of the best beers that you can get for less than £2 a can, let alone close to £1 a can. The Marxie stuff, you know, I'm not looking forward to drinking it next to this.